This is Guru Focus Market Today, your afternoon market brief for Friday, July 10. Here's where things stand. SK hynix surged 13% in its U.S. market debut, with shares opening at $171. The company's CEO projected a prolonged memory chip supply crunch extending beyond 2030, highlighting ongoing concerns about semiconductor shortages. This strong debut comes as global chip makers face persistent supply chain challenges and heightened demand for advanced memory products.
Turning now to legal news, Apple has filed a lawsuit against OpenAI, alleging that the artificial intelligence company and its hardware chief stole confidential designs and prototypes. The suit claims that departing Apple employees were encouraged to bring proprietary technology with them, intensifying the competitive landscape in the AI sector. Staying with technology, U.S. stocks rallied as the S&P 500 closed higher for the week. Investors continued to favor technology and AI-related companies, fueling optimism across the broader market and supporting sector rotation toward growth-oriented names.
Meanwhile, Delta Airlines reported second-quarter results and said that elevated airfares are likely to persist despite lower oil prices. The airline remains on track for its 2026 profit targets, citing strong demand and disciplined capacity management. Another story we're watching is China's decision to temporarily halt helium exports, a critical input for semiconductor manufacturing. The move comes as the Iran conflict strains global supply chains, raising fresh concerns about chip production and availability worldwide.
Also making news today, the International Energy Agency warned that renewed U.S.-Iran hostilities could delay a recovery in global oil supply. Oil prices posted weekly gains, reflecting persistent risks in the Middle East and ongoing uncertainty in energy markets. Turning to corporate developments, OpenAI is consolidating leadership under co-founder Greg Brockman as the company prepares for a potential initial public offering. Former Meta executive Fiji Simo has also discussed health challenges and leadership changes within the organization.
Elsewhere, Walmart drew political attention after President Trump highlighted the retailer's ground beef price cuts as part of a patriotic campaign. Analysts note that such promotions are common for Walmart, even as the company remains in the political spotlight. In regulatory news, Meta Platforms was found by the European Commission to have breached European Union laws with addictive design features on Instagram and Facebook. The company risks significant fines if it does not disable autoplay and infinite scroll functions to comply with digital regulations.
Now let's turn to the auto sector. Volkswagen reported an 8.6% decline in second-quarter sales and announced plans to reduce its model lineup by nearly half. The decision follows a sharp sales drop in China, prompting the automaker to streamline its offerings. Meanwhile, Circle shares climbed after the stablecoin issuer received final approval from the Office of the Comptroller of the Currency to establish a national trust bank. This move expands Circle's regulated financial services footprint in the United States. On the regulatory front, the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency proposed easing emission standards for heavy-duty trucks. The proposal has drawn criticism from environmental groups concerned about the potential for increased air pollution.
Finally, in notable insider transactions, Scott Arthur Beck, president and CEO of Glue Holdings, reported buying over 1 million shares at $3.25 each, totaling $3.5 million. In other transactions, Inmobiliaria Carso sold 650,000 shares of PBF Energy at $52.66 each, and Alexis Lequoc, chief technology officer at Datadog, sold over 53,000 shares at $257.24 each. That wraps up today's market update. We'll be back soon with the latest market news. Thanks for listening to the Guru Focus Brief.